How's it going, guys? I'm Mike. If you catch me in game or in one of my socials, I go by Hawk. So in today's video, we are going to cover the updated roadmap. So Keepsake has updated their roadmap, and I have pulled my camera over to the side a bit so we can get a clear view of it. Now, as you can see on the roadmap here, it just kind of gives us the current statistics of everything that has been added, but it also tells us what's coming. Now, so far, there are 500,000 people who have purchased the game and are playing, which is wonderful. That puts us much closer to our 1 million goal, where we get the battleship Goliath has been promising us. So I'm looking forward to that. Currently, we have 10 mission types in-game. We have 65 plus playable sectors. Many of the sectors have various different objectives that we can do. We've got 4 galaxy regions that are unlockable, plus the one that we start with, so a total of 5. We have 2 ships, the Catamaran and the Dart, which is unlockable. And then we have 26 ship components, 10 player weapons, 16 enemies that are ships, as well as 12 enemies that are ground units. So we know that that number has gone up since we first started, since the game launched. And of course, we will continue to get more added, but this is what we're at now. We had Chapter 1, which was what we had at launch, the Resistance Coalition, and they had already started to give us items from Chapter 2, which is A Terror Strikes Back. Text chat and lobby browser had already been added at the time of launch. Now, these both are going to get refinements. Right now, the text chat, it fades very quickly after somebody has sent a text chat, and they're going to be making it where we will be able to see that longer or maybe add a log. We don't really know the details. We just know that they plan to refine it from its current state and make it more usable. Also, with the lobby browser right now, it doesn't give a whole lot of details. You just have the option to join random lobbies. It doesn't tell you about ping, location, or what mission they're doing, the difficulty they're playing on. We don't know any of those details when joining a lobby, and they plan to refine that to make it more user-friendly. Now, aside from those things, since we've started Chapter 2, we have had hangar vendors added, which is a big deal. It made it to where we could buy guns and artifacts and other preparation items. Made it to where credits were actually useful. Before, they were just something we were stacking up and had no use for. They've also added melee weapons. Melee weapons now are the crowbar, the wrench, and the heat blade, which we had added, which were beautiful additions. I've really enjoyed using those. We also had sector modifiers that were added to the game. Now, the sector modifiers are your ion storms or your increased Legion presence that you'll see on the sectors before you jump to them. That's a great deal of fun and really helps to keep things interesting, since this is not a procedurally generated game. This is rather something that is handcrafted. So you're going to run across the same sectors over and over, but between the sector modifiers and the random things that can happen in the sector, it kind of keeps things interesting and it kind of keeps things spicy. So I rather like that. I think that was a nice addition. Now, over here on more sectors, it says we've got 10 plus added so far. It doesn't say just added, it says so far. So we can expect to get more sectors. Now, the sectors, of course, are the individual jumps that you do before you hit the endpoint, which is going to be your mission. So we're going to have more added, which is exciting. Buddy bot improvements. Now, Buddy, now you can shut it off to where he can no longer go with you on foot if you so desire when you're in solo, if you want to do a true solo run. You can also make it to where he can't craft certain items, which can make it easier for you to conserve your material, or tell him not to use the combat station, whatever suits your fancy. This is pretty cool. I haven't used this a lot heavily myself, but I can see it being very helpful in certain scenarios. The player trait system has been added, which is the augments that we have that you get to unlock and add these traits to your character. So this is player progression that goes beyond your ship. It now affects your player character. This has been a lot of fun. There are a lot of different ways to build your character and have fun with that. I've really enjoyed it. Now, as you can see, new ships and new mission types we've had already added. So we're probably not going to get any more for Chapter 2. They could surprise us still, and we could get some added, but it's unlikely now. But as we still get more sectors that are going to be added, so we're probably still going to get more objectives and things that we could get added in mid-mission, but not likely to have any new missions added before we're out of this chapter. Now, this chapter runs from launch through Quarter 1. We're currently in Quarter 1, so you can expect to get these things within the next couple of months. And then, as you'll see, Chapter 3 also starts in Quarter 1, so before Quarter 1's out, we should have the rest of this theoretically, provided everything goes smoothly and they're able to add it in this time frame. Now, of course, be mindful, guys. They may have to make adjustments as things develop, as bugs have to be patched, and as they address player feedback. So be patient with them, guys, but so far they've been keeping to the schedule, and they've been doing really well. Now, what do we have left to get in Chapter 2? So far, we have an endless mode. Now, we've had data breach missions added. Um, And in those missions, they are indeed endless. We've had the data breach, which is the on foot, and we've had the in space to space combat one that was added. That's also endless. However, those are not what they're referring to with the endless mode. It has been confirmed by the devs. The endless mode is going to be an endless amount of jumps. With the endless missions that we have right now, nobody can join you mid-mission because you're not going to be jumping, and people don't join except when you're jumping. In endless mode, you're going to have an endless amount of jumps. Now, I am looking forward to this. I'd like to do a full day on stream where I just do this endless mode when it launches and let people come in and out as they so desire, as they're able. And just see how many jumps we can get on our belt and just really put this through its paces. I'm kind of looking forward to that. Now, they did mention that there's probably going to be points where you can jump back to the hangar to complete the mission. But yeah, endless mode, it sounds like a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it. I'm curious to see what they're cooking. Now, we're also going to be getting a new gun. So far, we've gotten the LMG, which was added just before the game launched into early access. When I was playing in the beta, this was added towards the end there. That's your iron belt, your machine gun that many people enjoy. So we've gotten that, but now we're going to be getting a new gun. I have no idea what's coming, but that sounds like fun to try out. Offline support is going to be a big deal. Offline support is going to be really good for anybody playing on a handheld such as the Steam Deck, but it's also going to be useful for any time that Epic Games goes offline. Epic Games servers are what's being used to broadcast the internet, and they do go down from time to time, and when that happens, you can't play the game. So getting offline support is going to be a huge boon, and it's really something that we really need in this game. Now, the ship shield revamp. Now, Koleonos has talked about this. He said he's not happy with the current way that shields work. Right now, they just work as extra HP. So each of these green pips is 1,000 HP, and each of these shield pips is 500 HP. And it works no different than the health pips. In the revamp, will the shields recharge? Will they be completely different? We don't know. We really don't know the details yet, but we do know that that is something they're working on and something that will be coming. We're going to be getting story expansion in each of these chapters. We don't know where this is going to go, what's coming. Right now, I'm quite intrigued by the story, but it is a bit bare bones, so we really don't know what's going to be happening, and I'm excited for more story expansion. We have a new ship coming. So far, we've gotten the Catamaran and the Dart, which are a great deal of fun. And we know very little about the new ship that will be coming, this third ship, but they have dropped a few tidbits. They said it's going to be heavily armed, larger, and probably slower than the Catamaran. So you've got your Dart, which is your small fighter. You've got your Catamaran, which is kind of down the middle of the road. And then you're going to have whatever's coming that's going to be heavier, bigger, more heavily armed. Probably have, they said, either dual combat stations, or maybe some other way to mount guns and operate them. So we don't know a whole lot of details at this time, but I'm really curious to see what they've been cooking up for us. We know it's already in the works, and as soon as they get the bugs worked out, I'm sure we'll be getting it. I'm looking forward to that. Now, new components and artifacts. This will be fun. We haven't gotten new components since the beta. Just before the beta was done and early access launched, we got a bunch of components added, such as the missile launcher and a few others. So getting some new ones to play around with and unlock will be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to that. Curious what they're cooking up. I'd like to see maybe some more defensive components. That'd be a lot of fun. Slide movement, which they're treating like a dodge right now. They said they're trying to patch up some of the holes in the geometry of the levels, and then they want to add this, which is going to be a way to dodge enemy fire. And of course, balancing will have to be done with the enemies and their targeting when we gain this dodge. So there's going to be a bit of give and take there, but we'll see how it goes. I'm curious. This is something that people have been looking forward to, and it'll be fun to play around with. And hey, more movement options, why not? I already love the movement in this game. Adding some more options would be pretty fun. Photo mode, I am personally excited for. Photo mode is something that is going to be really helpful for me personally when creating thumbnails for the game, for my various videos and streams. This will be helpful. But it's also going to be something fun that we can use when we're gaming with friends and, you want to keep a memory of some good times you had with your buddies, or you want to capture something epic. This will be the way to do it. So this is something that I'm personally looking forward to. And with this game being as beautiful as it is, it truly is a pretty game. This will be something that'll be fun to take advantage of. Now, jotting down to Chapter 3, Secrets of the Telmari, which we know will be starting in Q1 of 2026. We're going to be getting some new things. There's a little bit that they've told us, but we've also got some question marks here. So we really don't know everything that'll be coming in Chapter 3, but What we do know so far is we'll be getting a new gun. They already told us we're getting a new gun for Chapter 2, which we haven't gotten yet, so we'll be getting that. But we'll be getting another one in Chapter 3. More sectors. We've still got a few more coming in Chapter 2, but we'll be getting more again in Chapter 3. Now, first-person pilot view is something I'm personally really excited for. I'm not a fan of the third-person view in piloting. I really love piloting in the game, but I'd rather that cockpit view. Now, this, of course, will be optional. They're not going to force everybody to do this, but this is something that's been heavily requested, and it's something that'll be coming in Chapter 3, so I look forward to that. It's a little ways off yet, but it's going to be fun. I'm going to enjoy that. Now, scanner revamp. People have said that they'd really like to see the scanner revamped into a way that you can have kind of the guy in the chair sitting back on the ship supporting the guys on the ground, and they are taking that into consideration. The scanner revamp is going to make it where the scanners are more useful overall, and we don't really know too many details at this time, but they've told us that they're kind of taking into consideration the fact that there are going to be those who want to stay in the chair back on the ship. Now, as I said, I'm really excited to see where the story goes. So far, I like it, but it is a bit bare bones. And with each chapter, we're going to be getting more story added. So I'm excited to see where that goes. And the new mission types. Now, we've gotten all that we're going to get for Chapter 2, more than likely, but we'll be getting more in Chapter 3. Now, they did say that we're going to be getting voice chat. Now, that's exciting. Voice chat in-game could be a lot of fun and could really help to smooth out some of the edges of the game, really. But I could see it being a personal problem for me. I'd like to use the voice chat when I'm streaming, but I also don't necessarily want it coming over the stream. I like to keep things kind of family friendly, and that'll be hard to do when I'm not regulating the voice chat coming through. So I may have to stick with Discord, but we'll see how this works out. If I'll be able to swap this to a secondary audio, that would be great, and I'll see if I can manage that. We're going to be getting another ship, a fourth ship. We don't know anything about this one at this time, other than the fact that we'll be getting it. Now we will be also getting weapon variants. It's showing the multi-tool here, and they've said we'll be getting different kinds of multi-tool, not just the pistol. They talked about machine gun multi-tools, melee multi-tools. We really don't know all the details, but I'm looking forward to seeing what new stuff we'll get. New enemies, of course. With each chapter, we'll probably get new enemies added. And then ground boss. Now, this looks epic. I know nothing about this, guys. I can't give you any details, but it looks really exciting. So that's everything we know at this point. Beyond here is question marks. We just know that Chapter 4 is going to be called Heart of Corruption. Other than that, we really don't know any details. At any rate, guys, that is everything that we currently know that is on the roadmap and everything that we've got added or that is going to be coming shortly. I hope that y'all are having a good one. I hope this is helpful to y'all, and I'll catch you in the next one. Later.